Hey y'all, welcome back to Movement Link. So this video is going to be for those local CrossFitters that just want to compete in these local competitions, have some fun. Maybe it's in their own gym, or maybe it's in the gym down the street, or maybe they're even traveling to a different city to go do a partner workout with a friend. So this is more kind of on the local level. But something to expect is all of these local competitions are usually put on by the local gym, meaning every single one you go to is going to be completely different. It's going to be programmed differently, so the workouts are going to be different. The format of it is going to be different. When you walk into the gym, they're going to have different barbells, different pull-up racks, different weights. All of these things, it's not going to be every single person in the gym has the exact same height pull-up bar, has the exact same barbell, has the exact same piece of equipment. So there's going to be a lot of variation when you're going into these different scenarios. And there's going to be a lot of variation in how well the event is run and organized, and if it's on time, how messy it is, how well you know what you're supposed to be doing, and so on. So the other thing to consider is the judges that are at these things are usually the members of the gym that so desperately want to be doing the CrossFit competitions. And this is not all, but a lot of them so desperately want to be doing the CrossFit competitions, and they're just a little too scared and don't quite feel like they're ready, and they just want to be involved and help, which is extremely cool. But it's good to have the perspective on who's going to be judging your reps, and it's usually not this top-end coach that can clearly see this is a rep, this is not a rep. It's these more amateur CrossFitters that don't have a ton of training in looking at movement. And so what you're going to see is the group next to you, or the person next to you, or the team next to you, whatever it is going to be getting judged differently than how you're getting judged. So a couple things here. First is make sure to just control the things that you can control. There's going to be a lot out of your control. You're going to get a bar that's too thick or too slippery or doesn't spin as well as you're used to. You're going to get a piece of equipment that's not as good as what you think the other people are. You have to do this workout in a heat, and then you're in this heat for the next one, and you think it's unfair. It probably is unfair, but that's kind of the thing. The whole spirit of CrossFit is being ready for the unknown and the unknowable. So even at these competitions, it would be ideal if every single person walking in there would be on a level playing field, but that's just not the reality. So just be ready to see how you're disadvantaged in some way, and to roll with it and deal with it, and not let yourself worry and get frustrated about these things that you can't control. So only focus on the things that you can control. The other thing, going back to the judge, is know that your judge is likely not very experienced. So it's your job to make sure that they know what you're about to do, and you need to kind of train your judge. You need to give them a quick little 101 before the event starts, to make sure that your judge understands what the standards are, and to make sure that you and your judge are on, kind of did like a kissing motion, I don't know. So maybe kiss your judge. We'll see how that works. But we need to make sure that you and your judge are on the same page about what the standards are and what the rules are. So you don't want to get in the middle and then look over at the group next to you and see them not doing full reps, and then you're getting no rep. You want to have these things worked out with your judge beforehand, so you're both on the same page. And then if you have bigger questions, you can pull in the event coordinator, and y'all can get it sorted out between y'all. Then the other thing, and this is kind of a shady thing, but this is just the reality in sports, is you always need to kind of push the line and figure out where those gray areas are, and figure out what you can take advantage of. Because here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a bunch of other people and teams in your event, and a lot of them are going to be accidentally doing things, and they're going to shortchange reps, and they're going to accidentally do all of these different things. They're going to frustrate you. You're probably going to see it when you're working out, and instead of getting frustrated that their judge isn't taking care of it, what I recommend you do is purposefully, especially if you see it, you should try and get away with the exact same thing that you're seeing. And if you're not getting away with it, just deal with it. But you should always be kind of pushing that line. And if we're trying to squat exactly to parallel, and again, this is for competition. This isn't for training in the gym. This is for competition. Squatting exactly parallel. How Do you need to pause overhead for your judge to give you the okay? Sometimes you don't even need to lock out. Sometimes it can be out in front a little bit, and you can do really shady reps. So part of what you need to be doing, and part of your strategy along with working on technique and all of these other things, is if you're trying to be a competitor, you need to find all of these different little loopholes and then throw in a rep here and there in the competition to see what you're able to get away with, and then get away with it. Obviously, the moral side of that is questionable, but this is how every single sport ever is played. If you're playing football or basketball, it's like you're going to see how much contact and stuff you're able to get away with. If you're pitching, you're going to see what that umpire thinks the strike zone is. And if they're giving you an inch, it's not immoral to hit that extra inch over and over and over again. You have to figure out their job is to tell you what you can do, and your job is for you to figure out the most efficient way that you can get the job done and what they're allowing you to do. So it is kind of shady, I know, but it's just part of the game. So control what you can control. Talk with your judge and make it your job to train your judge, and then also see what you can get away with. And especially if you've been training the correct way, like we always teach, full range of motion. We know how to get in these full positions. And so if you've got 50 air squats to do, and we're doing 5 rounds with 50 air squats, and every single rep we're standing all the way up and getting completely locked out, and we could have been giving it a real quick shady top every time, you could be adding 5 minutes to your workout. So in competition setting, we need to change the rules a little bit, and it's your judge that's dictating those rules, and you got to work with them. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.